Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing my nails and these were my Valentine's Day nails. I'm a little late on posting this. I only did them on like the 12th of February, so there wasn't much time to get this edited before Valentine's Day. I forgot to schedule myself in for an appointment to do my nails well before Valentine's Day. So, you know, it was just a close situation. But yeah, we got them done. And I'm going to be honest with you, we were doing gel X extensions. I lasted one full week. One entire week with these nails before I had to remove them because, let me say this. Okay, so I used long extensions because my nail beds are really long. They just fit me the best, and I intended to cut them down quite short. And I cut them down a little bit. Not short enough because I would literally be like e-filing clients' nails and then I would end up like e-filing the tip of my own nail. So, you know, I just don't know if the long nail life is the life for me at this point in time, at least. I've done it before, definitely. You guys have seen on my channel, I've had long nails for a long time, but I didn't think I've ever had really long square nails. And I do find the corners are really, they get you. They interfere, those corners. So if I'm going to try again with longer nails, I think I'll go for more of like a round, oval, almondy shape or something. Something with less edges. Anyways, enough about me removing the nails, and I'm about to show you what I'm doing, I guess. I just removed my last set. It was just like a little airbrushy set I had done quick on myself. And then I'm just getting all prepped up here, pushed back the cuticles, lifted them with my little nib bit, and I'm going in with my nippers and just getting rid of any of that dead skin. And then because I'm doing gel extensions, I'm not too fussed on the shape of my nails, but I am just going in and taking up the sidewalls a little bit. And by sidewalls, I mean free edge, like not the sidewall that is my nail bed. Just the free edge, because I just don't want it to interfere with the tip. Like, you know, I don't want it to like hang below if my nails turn a little bit downwards. So I'm just going and doing that, and then I'm going over my entire nail, just lightly buffing over my nail with my sanding band, just roughing it up, but also smoothing out some of that gel that I didn't fully remove. I soaked off the nails in acetone, but you always know there's a bit of gel that gets left over, so I'm just smoothing everything out, getting everything prepped. Obviously you want to be very, very light, especially with clients. Clients get really scared of the sanding band, and for good reason, because I mean, unfortunately I oftentimes see people who come in with like chewed up fingernails from being overfiled. So just reassure your client, make them feel very comfortable, go in with a very light hand, just because it can be a scary thing. So I'm fitting my nails here. I'm working out my sizes, and once I've got all my sizes fitting sidewall to sidewall, I'm customizing the cuticle area. So I'm going in with my hand file, just making sure nothing's a bit big. I do like to set my gel X tips like a couple millimeters away from my cuticle so I can really blend them out, and then I kind of do a little bit of a almost backfill situation, but it makes them super seamless, and they last a really long time. So there are a few things that I'll point out throughout this video that I have changed in my gel X routine that I find to be extremely, extremely helpful. So I always physically etch rather than chemically etch the insides of the nails. I know chemical etching is an option that Airbrush recommends, but physical feels more safe. So I am physically etching the insides with my sanding band. If any of the nails are too small to use a sanding band, then I go in with just like a little tiny cuticle bit. And then I'm wiping down my nails with a little bit of acetone, or sorry, not acetone, alcohol. And then I'm using the Diami Feel So Good base. This is one of those things that I have changed in my routine. I've stopped using the Airbrush products. Now I know a lot of people have a lot of success, and there are a few, like I was using all the Airbrush products, and I would definitely get some lifting, but I wasn't using my kind of updated routine of me setting the tips slightly away from the cuticle. But all in all, I've just found that this product adheres really well on most of my clients. My clients that have problems with their nails lifting, I've started using this as their base coat just under regular nails and haven't had issues with that lifting. So it's really like a really sticky base coat, like it really holds everything on. So I applied a thin layer of that to my nails, and then I've cured that and I've used it to fill the tip there. So I just applied a little bit of gel. When I scraped it off, that was because I needed a bit more gel, so I was just adding a bit more. And then I'm going back in. And you can see on the left side of the screen there, that's my little cure lamp. I use one that clips to my table when I'm doing my own nails and just stays on constantly. It's just a lot easier. And so I'm flash curing. Okay, see, I'm rolling the tip in my fingers there. So if you have trouble with seepage, with the gel seeping out the sides, try rolling the tip in your finger before applying it. It really helps to keep the product within the nail tip. It makes a huge, huge, huge difference. I'm just double checking everything a million times that it's straight, that I've got both sides covered before I flash cure it. Also, the way I'm applying the tips, having my hand flat like that and laying out the tip straight to my finger before putting it on is super helpful. I used to always put my hand kind of facing me and then apply the tip almost kind of like how I am now. I would apply the tip in that way. And oftentimes they'd be crooked because your fingers lay so differently when they're flat out. So I'm just going in and trimming way too little off of these nails. I should have gone in a lot more, and then maybe these nails would have still been on me for a lot longer. Because I did spend like 7 hours putting them on. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so trimming those. I also just like filed them a little bit to just perfect the shape, but I don't, for some reason, have that footage. Now I'm just going in with a brush and then a bit of acetone on the brush, and I'm just scrubbing that into the underside of the nail to kind of make the tip a little bit sticky and make so the gel, which I'm putting under here now, it's just a top coat, will adhere better. This time is a great time to use not old top coats, but top coats that you don't use very much anymore. So this is the Extreme Shine top coat from the gel bottle. I used to use this a ton, but now I found top coats that I like a lot more. It's a non-wipe, so I just use that to top coat the undersides of the nails because I don't want to waste it, and I know I'm not going to use it on people, so it's a great time to use it. And I'm just going around with my e-file, my sanding band, and just smoothing out the edges of the nails and making them a little bit more flush. Because I applied the base coat originally, I'm not too concerned with like filing too much across the nails to blend out the edges, because we have that base coat, then it's like I'm not going to touch my natural nail because I have that as like a little buffer, which is really, really good, and I definitely recommend doing that for that reason. And after I've blended all the edges, I'm just going to go over and file the entire tip. Oh wait, no, I said I filed the nails earlier. I didn't, I just cut them. They're not filed yet. They're filed now. They weren't filed at that point though. I've got the acetone again, and I'm just going over and making sure all the edges are blended. This just kind of helps to melt the sides down, and then I just kind of sweep it across the entire nail, and it kind of softens some of the scratch marks from the file. And so I'm going back in with the Diami Feel So Good base coat, and it is quite a thick base coat, so you can kind of bulk it up in that back little section to make sure you have a seamless transition from your natural nail into the tip. This is the product that is recommended to use with the Diami canoe tips, and that's why I initially got it, and now I just absolutely love it for applying Gel X tips, Apres Gel X tips. It's one of my biggest recommendations if you're struggling. Try out the methods that I'm using in this video and you'll have such an easier time at it. Your tips will definitely last a lot longer. Ooh, and then we're going in with the Yogurt Nail In the Mood for Love 2 collection. Just picking out which color I want as my like base color. So I'm doing a little French tip moment, but I wanted a little sparkly base. And how cute is that? It's like the perfect little like neutrally but a little bit pinky nude with like the most beautiful glitter. I love that entire collection. I try and force it on my clients. When they sit down, I like push that swatch palette towards them. I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but I'm like, look how pretty these are. And they're like, yeah, that's nice. I'm like, yes, so nice. Oh, I'm a girl that loves glitter. Just wiping off the very bottoms and sides just to avoid bulkiness, but then also to avoid, in case any of the glitters were like sticking out extra stabby. Like, I am gonna file them, or buff them, but yeah, just to be helpful. I'm going over with a matte coat here because I'm going to be airbrushing. I'm actually going to be airbrushing French tips on, which I haven't done in a really, really long time. If ever. No, I've definitely done it before, but I just don't think I've done it in years. So I'm going to be doing that. So I always apply a matte top coat for airbrushing. You can buff nails, but I just prefer matte because, like, doing a matte top coat because it is a lot smoother. But in this case, I am buffing over the matte top coat because with glitter, sometimes the glitter pokes up through. I did do a test airbrush on my thumb and I could see the glitter like stabbing up through it and it didn't look very good. So I just wanted to go over and buff it and make sure that the entire surface was flat. So I'm going in with my little French tip airbrush stencil there, laying that down how I like it, and then honestly just blasting over that tip. It's very satisfying when I peel off the stencil. Just you wait. Ooh. Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky just to make sure that you're getting everything like centered and lined up and stuff. I definitely take a lot of time doing that lineup, but when it's done, it's done. Like, it looks so good, so so satisfying. So I'm gonna do that across all of my nails. And there are different sizes. Like, these French tip stencils I'm using right now, they're from Glam Goodies. And amongst them, there's like a few different sizes, which is helpful. Some of them I find to not be big enough in general for French tip stencils. So I definitely want to make some that are a bit bigger. And then this little stencil here I made myself. So I'm just taking black airbrush and I'm just kind of outlining the stencil so you get kind of like a softer effect. I didn't want it to be full on. And then I'm just peeling it back a little bit and checking, and then I was like, no, I want some more paint on that. I want it to be a little bit more intense. So I placed the stencil back down and then went over it a bit more. Oh, so cute. And then going in with these chain stencils. These are from Really Hot Girl Nail. And then I'm just kind of going around the edges so you get, again, more of like a soft effect. Ooh. I love airbrushing so much. I have, I broke my airbrush, which you guys will see. And then I got a replacement and I don't like it. And so I just ordered another replacement. So I have some thoughts on airbrushes that we'll get into that in probably a future vlog. Because I do get a lot of questions about it. People saying that their airbrushing is really like splotchy or like whatever. And I definitely want, now that I've had experience with a few airbrushes, I definitely want to talk more about it because the hand piece definitely makes a difference. Now I'm going around and I am filing the nails because with airbrush paint you don't want any paint on the free edge, or you want a little bit of a roughed up surface because you need your clear coat to adhere to it. Otherwise they can chip. And then grabbing some of these cute little sparkle star stickers. I love these stickers. I honestly think that they are such a good thing to have on hand. I know I've talked about it before, but those stars do take quite some time to paint, especially if you want to perfect them. So having these little stickers, if you're offering like tiered services like I do for clients, it's a great way. If a client asks for a tier 1 and then they just want a little bit of something else, you can throw on a sticker in like a second. So I think it's definitely a great option to have. And I really love having them on hand. I have black, white, gold, and silver. I'm just going over the nails with a base coat, the long base coat from Mayo. And this is just to cap in the airbrush paint and also the stickers. It helps to lock everything in. I'm just using some silver paint there and I'm doing little tiny dots all the way around. I was initially thinking to do like little 3D silver beads, and then I was humming and hawing and was like, no, I want something completely flat this time around, especially because I'm gonna have to get used to wearing really long nails, I don't want to go for charms. Which I mean, I didn't get used to them at all. I lasted a week, so wouldn't really matter. But I'm just dotting that around. I think it looks really, really cute. And then after I've done that on all the nails and I've cured them, I'm just going over with a top coat. This is the Blanc de Bleu, what's it called? 2-in-1 top gel. It's a top gel and an overlay gel. I'm just using it, applying a thin layer, because I do really like it just as a top gel as well. It's super, super shiny. And I'm also really enjoying applying top gel from a pot, which is rare for me. I usually enjoy a bottle much more. But here we have it. These are the finished nails. I hope you like them. Let me know what you think, and I shall catch you guys in the next one.